A couple of years ago, I put out a recipe video for my mushroom walnut burgers. I love these burgers so much, and so many of you have made them and loved them. I get so many great comments on them all the time. The thing about them though is they do contain an egg, and I put Worcester sauce in it. Both of those things are easy to find substitutes for. You can find vegan Worcester sauce, and you can find just egg, and you can use flax eggs and all these things. That being said, I still get the occasional comment, probably 2 or 3 per week, of somebody that's just mad at me for using egg. I think I even explained in the video how I'm personally not vegan or vegetarian, and this is just like a meat-free burger. I think I even mentioned that I like to put bacon on my veggie burgers sometimes. I just kind of wanted to put it to rest once and for all. I wanted to make a video of these mushroom walnut burgers fully veganized, just to show that it can totally be done. It's very easy. And I'll leave the original video linked down below, and I'm gonna put a whole bunch more explanations all through the blog post so that people can get the burgers that they want. So I have some mushrooms, just regular button mushrooms or cremini mushrooms are fine, raw walnuts, black beans. I have some breadcrumbs as well. In the original version, I used fresh breadcrumbs, which have a little bit of moisture in them. I also have a little bit of vegan Worcester sauce. If you can't find this, you can also just use soy sauce, or you can use even just like a little bit of vegetable stock concentrate dissolved in water. This is just to add a bit of oomph, a bit of that kind of like meaty umami flavor. A little bit of salt as well. And I also have half an onion and 2 cloves of garlic. So to make the mixture, you bust out your food processor. Start by kind of roughly chopping some of the ingredients. The onions need to be roughly chopped at first just to kind of help them process properly. And with the mushrooms, I either just slice them a bit, or sometimes I even just break them apart into pieces in my hands. So I throw in the onions, the mushrooms, and the walnuts and the garlic, and I pulse all that together until it becomes quite evenly, coarsely mixed. Once you have a nice coarse but even mixture, transfer this mixture into an oiled frying pan. You can use a non-stick. I'm just using a stainless steel pan here. And you just want to kind of saute, stir fry this mushroomy mixture for about 7 to 9 minutes. A lot of the moisture is going to come out, and you're going to start to smell that nice mushroom aroma. If you get a little bit of browning on the bottom at this point, that's kind of nice because it just adds to the sort of meaty depth of flavor for the whole thing. While the mushroom mixture is cooking on the stove, you can pulse the black beans. So I just use the same food processor, don't even wash it, just chuck the black beans in there, pulse them till they're roughly chopped, and then set them aside. And by the way, don't throw out that bean liquid. I measured the bean liquid into a little bowl, and I'm gonna weigh some of that out to use later. After the mushroom mixture has been cooking for 7 to 9 minutes or so, it's gonna look a little bit more brown, it's gonna be a little bit more dry. Transfer it into a bowl. I like to use a fairly large bowl so it's easy to mix everything in later. And just let it cool for a few minutes so that when you go in there with your hands, you don't burn your hands. Once that's cooled for maybe 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes, whatever, chuck in the coarsely chopped black beans. You've got the breadcrumbs, the Worcester sauce, and I'm also adding about 60 grams or about a 1/4 cup of the juice from the black beans. Mix that all together with your hands. This needs to chill in the fridge for at least 20 minutes, preferably longer. This has been in the fridge for about probably 2 hours now, and it's firmed up quite a bit. All the mushroom juices have absorbed into the crumbs, and it's really firmed up quite nicely. And you can see how there are bits in here. I really don't want the mixture to be super smooth, otherwise it just kind of tastes like dip, like fried dip on a bun, which I'm not into. I definitely want that coarse texture. I'm gonna preheat this grill to about 350, it says here. You can use a nonstick pan. Again, you can use whatever pan you have. I wouldn't recommend barbecuing or grilling these burgers because they are gonna be a little bit delicate, and you definitely want that crust to help kind of hold them together. So a nice non-stick surface is probably your best bet. I'm gonna heat this up and add a little bit of oil, and then I'm gonna start shaping my patties. I actually really like a thinner burger patty, personally. I don't like it when it's too thick. I like it to be nicely balanced with all of the other things that are going on the burger. And I did say these are on the delicate side, but they're actually pretty good compared to other veggie burgers I've made before. They do hold together pretty well. Mushroom lovers will definitely love this burger, but I don't think you have to be a mushroom lover to love it. They should take like, I don't know, 3 minutes per side or something like that. Ooh, look at that. Can you see that? For those of you asking if you can freeze these burgers, yes, they freeze super well. You just fry them as normal and then lay them out on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, freeze them until they're solid, and then transfer them into a Ziploc bag. I like to reheat them either in the oven or the toaster oven, or if I'm in a hurry, I'll do like microwave for 20 seconds and then the toaster oven. They're delicious. At this point, I'm going to toast my bun. I've got a nice sesame seed bun here. I'm not gonna be too fancy here. I'm going old school with good old ketchup and mustard. Good amount of mustard, I think. I enjoy mustard a lot. It's so good. So that's it. That is my fully vegan mushroom walnut burger. I hope you enjoy it. Again, the original video will be linked below if you want to check it out. And I hope you make some delicious burgers this summer and enjoy yourself. I'll catch you next time.